As I view this program to check to make sure all the statements are in place, I made sure I added the statements to write the average information. And after that, we call the main program. When you're calling a function, you always have to use that function name followed by an open paren, close paren, or you may even have values inside of that function. It just depends on that function, its purpose, and how you defined it. So we're calling the main, and we made sure we called the other functions. There were three functions in this program altogether, actually four. The main function, the function to open the file for reading the data, a function to open the file for writing the data. So we want to be very explicit writing the results to a file. Then we have a function we're calling to calculate the average of the test scores using the actual parameters or arguments total and count, and they will be passed to the function itself by position. The total will be brought into T for total, and count is going to actually be mapped to the C for count, and that's how the computer knows how to calculate and the results for the average. It doesn't really matter what you call your local parameters and your arguments in your function. What matters is the positions and the number of variables that are used or utilized in the heading of your function itself. So when this is called, the total value gets mapped and brought into the function from the heading, and the count is mapped to the C. So the total for T and count for C. Okay, so let's run this program to see if it works. Now, before we do that, we need to make sure that, of course, a data file that is associated with this program is located inside the same folder. So let's check that out. In my current folder, I have the read and write test scores while loop version 1, and I have the test. This is a data type or TXT file. If I right click on it, it'll say, it'll let you know if I look at the properties what it is. It's a data file, it's a text file. So that's how you know it's a text file. Then of course I'll do the same thing here, and I look at properties and it'll tell you it's a Python file. So these are going to be in the same folder where your file where all your files are stored. In other words, this is a particular folder where you put your files, you place your actual files. Okay, so now we're ready to run this program. So we can either press F5 or run module. Let's see if it works. Enter the file name where you would like to read from. You will be given some added, an idea of what the file name is. Let me say test score. That's not it. Test scores. So it doesn't matter whether you enter this in lowercase or uppercase. It just so happens my caps lock was on. Enter the file where you wish to write the results. I'll just say test results report. Once I do that, none of your output is going to display on the screen because we told the computer to direct your output to a file rather than on the screen. By default, when you run a program, it always displays your results on the screen, and then you have to go and create a data file. Well, what we've done this time is we had the program to create it. Then you see the Python prompt. Now what we're going to go do is find to see if this file is present. This file was created and it'll tell you when it was created. Let's look at it. Let's look at the properties. It says Friday, April the 12th, and so on, and you'll see the time that it was created. And we're going to open it up. You can right click and open, or you can double click and open it. And here it is. Let's move it over here. Let's move it here so we can, this is what it looks like. And of course in here you can make it look a little bit bigger under the notepad itself. But test scores report, it shows all the test scores, and the average test score is 80.92. So this is the external version, and you may save it accordingly into whatever the description says for you to save it as, and that can be sent through your Dropbox if that's something we have to do in our next assignment. So we have the test scores file, we have read write test scores, and then we have the test result. The last step here is that we are going to create another file. We're going to create another file. These last three functions are going to get placed in that file. So the next step would be I'm going to type in file, new file, and I'm going to just put a comment up here to say customized functions. We can add the line numbers if we wish to. And I am now going to take from line 70 to all the way down to 111, cut them out of my source code program. So my source code program has gotten smaller. What I have done is taken functions from my source code and I'm storing them in another module. And so there are three different modules here. And just to make sure that we can use this as a standalone or as modules, I'm going to use a special conditionally executing set of statements for the main module. So I know that these functions are used so that we can reuse them in other programs. And so with this in mind, I'm calling the main function only if the file is being run as a standalone program. Currently, we know that is not the case, but I just use this a lot of times in Python. It is possible to create a Python module that can be either run as a standalone program or imported into another program. It just so happens these functions will be imported into this main function. So the first step was, again, I created a separate file. I'm going to call it, I'll save it as, and you could put in your last name, first name. That would make it even better. I'll just say last name, first name, customize functions. I just put LN and FN underscore. And that's the name. Now remember this name because this is going to be very important. It's going to be very critical. This is my file that contains all the custom functions that I created. I'm going to save it. Next, I'm going to go back to my program. So here's my customized function called LN underscore fn underscore customize functions, what I'm going to do in my main program is I'm going to import these functions. So to do that, to import the functions to the right side of my screen into here, I'm going to say from ln, and that's an ln, fn customize functions, import asterisk. What I just did was tell the computer to import all the functions that are in the ln underscore fn customized functions into this program and make them available, so that when I say open read line, it's going to find it from there and use it. Write line as well as calculate average. So that's the most important step to remember, is you're going to say from, and whatever the Python module name is, do not include the .py. The computer already knows that this is a Python program. Import everything. Now, before I proceed, you want to make sure that this Python file is in the same folder where your source code is, your test scores. Here it is, L underscore FN customized functions. They're all inside the same folder. Okay, so let's run the program. And we'll do a run. Enter the file name where you'd like to read from. And I'll just put something in there accidentally. Oh, wrong. Test scores. And I'm going to write it to test result report number 2 or something like that. As soon as I do that, the computer read from a file, it wrote to a file, and when you see these prompts, the Python prompt, that lets you know that it did create that file. So let's go and see if we can find it. And there it is, test result report 2. It created a special file that connects the customized function with the original source code. Okay, so that's what this is. And if you look at it, it shows you that it is the, you see where it says py cache. So it created this file, a very important file, to let you know that it made the connections between the two. It linked them together, got the information out, and created that link. That's a very important concept. It's a read-only, and of course you're now able to, and let's open the file and see what it contains. Okay, just open it and let's move it up here so we can, and here's the file again. So please go through these concepts in your chapter, and of course in our textbook it's probably your chapter 5, but any chapter that talks about functions, it does explain this. So what we just did was we took functions that we may reuse over and over and put them inside of a separate file, and we import them into our source code. So make sure that you understand those concepts. So in the end, you're going to have your source program, you're going to have the custom program, Python program, source code, Python, and of course this contains your main function only, and this contains all those subfunctions. And the program read from the test scores file, and then it gave you an output file. So if you look at your directory, you should have 4 distinct files. Please study over this carefully. I know that I'm taking my time, but I realize after many, many years of teaching these programming concepts that the most important conception has to do with creating functions and making sure you understand how to use them and why they're so important. So please take out the time to understand the concepts.